All right, I've done this week's worth of work to get this operation up and going. And we're going to pull the first part. Now, I set this up. I set this up the way that I'm going to clamp it down. So now there's nothing in the mold. We're going to lay it up. But I wanted to make sure I had everything handy for the job at hand. You know, I was asked by somebody, I don't know who it was, I think Tom Rammel, said that these legs don't go down far enough. Well, these are the blocks that go on the mold right here so that these legs are perfectly perpendicular, so you got good wheel alignment. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to pop this mold open. We're going to wax this up and PVA it. So, then we're going to cut toe. Hey, thank you, Gary. Then we're going to cut toe. Mix resin. I'm going to go ahead and wax down the outside of this too, just in case any resin slops off onto the side. It'd be nice to get it to pop off instead of be stuck to the mold. Thank you, Tony. So we won't get a part out of this till midnight tonight or whatever, but you guys will see the part. I'll leave the mold closed and I'll pull the part out tomorrow morning. I let this sit in the heat box about 4 hours. I ordered a thermometer, remote meat thermometer, so I mean, it's going to be a pretty high-tech heat box by the time I'm done. This mold is pretty damn heavy. Like I say, I'm not molding on the outside, but you know there's going to be slop getting on the outside, and I got too much money tied up, too much time in this mold to waste it. I think the next thing we're going to work on is wheel pants so we can get a landing gear system going. I gotta wax these little blocks too. I certainly don't want to get them glued on. We possibly could be going flying tomorrow. Tuesday for sure. Maybe I'll get some video of that. I don't know. It's, the bad thing about Butter Park, the reception is really poor there. And if I could shoot video and then upload it, but that means editing. I'm really happy with this mold. It really turned out nice. Now, if it pulls good parts, we're in business. We'd be in business. Thank you, Marcel. All right. Yeah, Gotta wipe these off yet. What I did here is I went and cut a 2x4 to take up the difference, put a piece of phenolic, glued a piece of phenolic to it, then wrapped it with packing tape. Then we're going to wax and PVA them so they come off the ends of the landing gear. And I got to do this 3 times minimum. Of course, I won't show it, but I've got an order I got to fill. And he was the guy that made it possible for me to make this, so. All right. I get my drill vise here. This is to keep from a catastrophic lockup. This is PVA, polyvinyl alcohol. Put on 3 coats of this. What Dan say? Oh, I don't know. There's one. I talk to Dan about every day. Well, I don't think it needs 3. I think that'll be enough. It looks pretty shiny. Right. I don't know. We use PVA. We were talking today about, could you use PAM? Hey, Dennis, thanks. So we got the mold sprayed, waxed, and sprayed. Now I need a little working room here. I got 100 foot of 50K left. We'll use this. It should be enough to make 3 gear, I would imagine. Shit, I think they were 14 inches. So let's make a mark on the bench. I gotta get that chop out too. It was 15 pieces of 14-inch plus a little. So I wish this was dry so I could set this in there. Really like to check. I know. Shit, they're longer than that. 18 inches. 18. 19. So we need a 19-inch mark there. Just swore they were 14. Oh well. Well, there you go. You can't do it. Okay, we'll start cutting some toe. Yeah, I know, Terry. I thought about that already. We'll see how this goes. It takes 14 pieces to start, and then you start making them shorter. Should I lost count now? 5, 6. Seven. Eight. I think we'll do 10, and then I'll cut some shorts. We'll see how it works. 9. I got to get the box to chop out too. Then I got that other creel. There's 10. Okay, we got 10 here. Let's see what. Maybe 10 will do the legs. Yeah. And I need the chop. Now this stuff here, don't let this get away from you. This, I mean, if you spill this bag, if you were to spill this bag in the shop, man, what a mess that'd be. Okay. Oh, shoot. What the hell was I thinking? I just wiped the PVA off. Okay, no problem. Let's wipe it off and spray it back. I thought it was wax, but I forgot that I put the PVA on there. You know, this doing YouTube while I'm working is very hard to keep my shit together. So many people saying shit. Okay. We won't need that right away anyway, so it'll dry by the time I spray some more on there. The molds are HAC 560 aluminum casting resin. Can make anything. About $100 a gallon. This is 1 gallon's worth right here, this mold. Okay, now we need to mix some resin. Yeah, we're going to do a detailed layup as soon as I figure out what the schedule is going to be. I think that if I remember correctly, it was 14 50K toes to lay an 1/8 inch thick this wide. But this is thinner now because I sanded it. So we'll start with 10 and I'll add some 25 and some chop in there. So now we need to mix some resin. So it's 15 to 1, 15 parts per 100. So we're going to mix 50 and 7.5. And hope that that's going to be enough resin. I think so. 50 and 7.5 power. Shoot, I gotta get this cut. Oh crap! I had it on. Didn't have it on grams. I had it on ounces. What the hell's going on? Mode. That's 58. So we gotta take some off there. That's 50 even. Oh, 52. $48. I hate to put any more in there. I will leave it at that. I'm gonna miss by a couple of grams. This scale's not that accurate anyway. So we tear that. Need 7 grams of this. Oh, come on. There we go. 106.33. This is 234. Okay. Tear. 7 grams. What the hell's going on? Oh, shit. That's 2 grams. Let me pour it in this cup. This is a really hokey way to do stuff. Yep. That's it right there. That'd be it right there. You know what? I need to put some gloves on. Hey, Steve. I don't know what it's called. It's called laying it up. So my hands. Yeah, I didn't. The problem is we're going to heat these up to 350 degrees. If you had wood blocks in your mold, the wood would soften and catch fire or whatever. because wood combusts at 350. Okay, we need a stick. Okay, gloves. That's what we're looking for. Gloves. Then I had a whole box of them. Oh, there they are. Yep, if I'd have put wood or rocks or some other type filler, rocks would explode when you heat them that high, and wood would burn. So just bite the bullet and make sure that it's right, and that's the way it goes. You don't have to make very many of these, so. Kind of like using the wrong thinner for dope. I don't recommend that at all. Okay, we got the brush. We need this right here. The first thing I'm going to do is put a coating of resin inside there. And I hope I don't use all its 50 inches of it. Yeah, this ain't a cheap hobby to get into, molding stuff. But it opens up a new world. We talked about molding an airplane that's two pieces, not four or five, just two, top and bottom. I don't know how much that mold would cost to make, but I would say probably a couple $1,000. But think of the cool airplane we could get out of it. Do you heat your mold at 350? I don't want to chance anything. If you don't, heat it up. Let me know how it works. I'm interested in saving some money. I'm just going by what Danny says, and he's got tons of carbon fiber experience. Okay, let's make a mess. Okay, we got the first one wet out. Now let's, I'm going to paint in a little resin in the mold to hold it. Okay, this is like concrete. I can't stop until we get it done. Oh, there we go. I want to get those fibers laying down so the gear looks good, top and bottom. I think we're going to be good on 10. Now that I've shrunk the mold, I don't think it's going to take 14. Going to take more than that though. That's a short. That's a short. Wonder if I could do them 2 at a time instead of 1. Speed up the process. Okay. Then we'll add some chop here. Let's see where we are. No, it's going to take 14. 14 and some chop in the center here. Of course, I don't know. That's going to push down on it. Now we'll just add all this and we'll see what we get. Let me add the chop now in the center. Man, that would make a mess. That would make a huge mess. I wish the weather'd get better around here. One day, you know, they say it's going to be nice, and then it's going to rain, and it rained today, and wind blew its ass off. Yeah, this gear should be substantially lighter. Ten. 10 and a smidge of chop in the center. To write that in the book.
You on here?
Yes. Okay. Maybe we'll cut some shorts to go there. use these. Do 4 shorts. One. Okay. Moment of truth coming up here. We're going to clamp it together and see what it looks like tomorrow. Should get that flattened out. There we go. So it's 10 and 4. And the mold is full. Ten and 4 and a smidge of chop. Could use a little bit on the chop on the end too. Maybe not. Maybe it'd be fine. Okay, Pete, how you be, Pete? Okay, straight on this side. It goes on that side. Okay, where's my other clamps? Where's them other ones? Right here. I need some big C clamps is what I need. What the hell happened to that other clamp? Blue handle. Here's a big one, but this is for the end. So there it is. Got shit squirting out the side here, so we must have done it right. Now, the ends. Make the ends resin rich. I still think there's enough in there. A couple of these short pieces. Looks good. I think I might have put too much in it because it's really squirting out this side. Really squirting out. Okay. Now the clamps. One block there. One block there. Ah, shit, I knocked the resin over. Oh well, didn't have much left anyway. Crap. The one that resin on my this bar clamp's pricey. Them Irwin clamps ain't too bad, but all right. We'll leave it set there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours anyway. Took me 1 hour to lay one up. It's better than the tanks. Tanks are horrendous. Yeah, them latches sound like a good idea. I'll have to think about how to do that. Drill some holes there and pull it together. I have to talk to Dan about that and see what he thinks. Well, all right, that was my program for the evening. We'll get that we laid that up, and I did add a little chop to it, but that was just to fill. I mean, this area up in here is a pretty beefy area where it mounts to the fuselage. I'd have had to put a bunch more pieces in there, but we'll see how this is the first one that's been done. I mean, I can adjust the schedule later on because we got tow spewing out the side here, and that's with 10. That was with 10. I thought it was going to take 14. I'm glad I didn't monkey with it. Cut 14. I don't think I have another long enough clamp to go in there, right in the center. Of course, it don't matter. This thing is like aluminum. I mean, it's solid. It ain't no pukey silicone mold. This is like a hunk of steel or aluminum. More like steel because it's heavy. This thing weighs about 7 pounds. You wouldn't think it would weigh that much, but let's see. Let's see exactly what it weighs. Let's see if I'm exaggerating or not. Let's see if I can open my phone. $160 divided by. That's 175 and 75. Okay, 160 divided by 16. It's 160 ounces. 80 per side. What is that? Can't even think anymore. 160 ounces times. It's 10 pounds. 16 ounces times 10. Yeah, 10 pounds. So what I'll do here is on the first, while this is setting, I'll wait for it to basically set. Then I'm going to take these clamps off. Then I got a band clamp that goes all the way around this so I can cook it in the oven. Then we're going to put it in the oven. And maybe we can speed things up, but we'll see when this starts to tack up in the cup. I'll be able to loosen the clamps up and put the other clamp on it, pull it down and put it in the oven. Yeah, it's when you sand it, you can see aluminum flakes in it. I was telling Danny today, this thing here has about the same consistency, look, smell, and feel of JB Weld. So I know it's not JB Weld, but I think it would probably work as good as JB Weld. It is machinable. Well, that's the end of the hour. Please like, subscribe, share. And if you're not a forum member, please consider joining and becoming a paid subscriber. It helps me with these projects. I mean, it costs a lot of money to do all this stuff for you guys. And I ain't working no more. I haven't had any super chats in weeks. The revenue's way down. I know times are tough, but they're really tough for a guy like me that's putting out this content and not getting anything back. I'm hoping to sell some of these to recoup my funds. But that's why they're $50 a piece. The tanks are 100, and that price hasn't changed in 20 years. And people are complaining about $100 for a tank. If you knew how much work went into making those tanks, $100 is nothing. And that's basically, as soon as this sets and I get it in the oven, I'm going to make some tanks up. I won't show that online, but I've got to make 2 more tanks. Let's see, 2 more tanks and 2 more gear, and then my first order is fulfilled. So I'm still not in the black yet. I'm in the red. We won't see any profit for another 5 landing gear and another about 5 more tanks. Then I'll be even. This stuff here is $750 a creel when I called. I got to find some place to get it cheaper than I need to find the manufacturer, not the distributor. And this little roll here, part number UP-02-02B-1, they don't even make anymore. So, and the fabric, holy balls, it's really out of sight. It's a good thing I'm buying cutoffs. It's really out of sight. I better buy some more of them cutoffs while they're still available, because that's what I'm going to make the wheel pants out of. We're going to make wheel pants just like that. Alrighty, like, subscribe, and share, and we may see you after a bit. I don't know, about 8 o'clock if anything happens, if I can take this mold out. We'll see you. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.